Lake mist lifts, wheels roll along a lakeside path, and sugarhouses steam. Over 4 days, we'll move from Burlington's waterfront to Shelburne's museum fields, then on to mountain towns, covered bridges, and a choose-your-own finale. You'll get the best timing, simple logistics, and exact stops. So you spend the trip doing, not deciding. When to go? Spring runs on maple. Late February through April, sugar houses are boiling, roads can be muddy on wet weeks, and lower elevation trails wake up first. Summer brings long days, warm lake water, bike ferries on the causeway, farmers markets, and outdoor concerts. Fall usually peaks from mid-September into mid-October, moving from north and higher ridges toward the valleys. Stowe and Woodstock fill fast, lock weekends in several months ahead. Winter is for skiing and quiet villages. Stowe, Sugarbush, and Killington carry the big lift count. Non-skiers get snowshoeing, fat bikes, and fire-lit inns. Getting in and around, fly into Burlington. It's a short ride from runway to lake. From New York City, the Ethan Allen Express rolls straight to Burlington's waterfront station. The Vermonter covers the Connecticut River side of the state if you're aiming for places like White River Junction or Brattleboro. You can go car-free in Burlington or Stowe. A car unlocks state parks and back roads. Where to stay? Burlington and nearby Shelburne work well for day one. Walkable streets, the lake, and quick hops to major sites. Waterbury or Stowe set you up for mountain lifts, rec paths, and brewery stops. Woodstock and Quechee deliver the classic village green look with a deep river gorge a few minutes away. For a quieter finish, choose the Mad River Valley, Route 100, swimming holes, steep gaps, or the Northeast Kingdom, wild lakes, dirt roads, big sky. Day 1. Burlington and Shelburne. Start on the Burlington waterfront, grab a coffee and roll onto the Island Line Trail, a flat path that hugs Lake Champlain. The route turns into a marble chip causeway that runs straight across open water. In season, a small bike ferry covers the short gap in the cut, so you can continue toward the Champlain Islands. Head back into town for Church Street Marketplace. It's a simple idea done well. A pedestrian street with brick facades, buskers, patios, and shops stacked close together. Find lunch here. Outdoor tables make it easy to keep moving without losing time. 2 blocks from the lake sits Echo, the Leahy Center for Lake Champlain. It's compact and hands-on, good for an hour or so, and a safe call if wind picks up or a shower rolls through. Exhibits cover lake ecology, shipwreck stories, and the region's geology in a way that works for kids and grown-ups. By mid-afternoon, drive 15 minutes south to Shelburne Museum. Think of it as a small village built for art and history. Broad lawns, gravel paths, white fences, and a spread of historic buildings that you can walk between. It spans 45 acres with 39 buildings and 22 gardens. So give yourself 2 to 3 hours and don't try to see everything. The head turner is the steamboat Ticonderoga set high and dry on a field. The upper deck, wheelhouse, and long railings give you clean shots and a sense of scale you won't get in a regular gallery. If you prefer fields to galleries, swap or add Shelburne Farms a few minutes away. Trails run through open pasture to the farm barn and up to Lone Tree Hill for wide lake views. Trails close at sunset, and the estate's main inn operates seasonally. Return to Burlington for sunset on the water. The light falls behind the Adirondacks and turns the lake into a mirror. If you want to sit down, pick a spot on or near the waterfront. If you want more street energy, grab a patio table on the lower blocks of Church Street and let the buskers soundtrack the evening. A few simple notes keep the day smooth. Park once near the waterfront and walk. The lake, Echo, and Church Street sit within a few blocks of each other. If you're biking, e-bike rentals flatten the couple of hills between the lake and downtown and make the causeway ride more casual, especially on breezy days. If the forecast is hot or humid, swap the order so you're in air-conditioned galleries during the worst of the heat and on the causeway when the light gets softer. That's day 1 done. Lake, path, museum village, farm trails, and a sunset that earns its reputation. Day 2, Waterbury and Stowe. Start the morning in Waterbury with the factory tour that put Route 100 on a lot of maps. The Ben & Jerry's experience is short, simple, and worth booking ahead. Tickets are for the guided tour only. The scoop shop and gift area don't need a ticket. The walkthrough runs about half an hour, covers a working production line when it's running, and ends with a sample. If you want the quick photo that fans expect, the Flavor Graveyard sits up the hill behind the plant. Tours sell out on weekends and school holidays. Reserve online the night before if your schedule is tight. From there, roll 10 minutes north to Stowe Village and reset the pace on the recreation path. The paved route leaves right from town and follows the west branch of the Little River for just over 5 miles. It's mostly flat, crosses a handful of small bridges, and passes fields, meadows, and easy river access. Rent bikes near Main Street or walk a shorter section out and back if you're filming and want clean angles of the river with Mount Mansfield in the frame. If the forecast is hot, do this before lunch and duck back into the village for a shaded patio when you're done. Mount Mansfield is where the day earns its altitude. You've got 2 reliable ways up in summer and fall: the gondola sky ride or the auto toll road. The gondola lifts you from the Spruce Peak side to near the ridge in about 10 minutes. Hours are daytime and weather dependent, with the 2025 summer window slated from late June to mid-October. The toll road usually opens earlier, late May through mid-October, climbing a narrow 4+ miles with pullouts for views across Stowe, the Worcester Range, and the Green Mountains running north-south. On clear days, you can pick out New York's Adirondacks. On the sharpest bluebird days, the horizon stretches farther than you expect. Check the resort's daily ops page before you commit: wind and storms, close lifts, and the road. If you've got hikers in the group, use the gondola ride as a head start and take a short ridge walk before you come back down. If you're keeping it light, ride up for lunch at the top and take your time on the deck. Either way, plan your descent so you're off the mountain with room to catch late light in the Notch. Smugglers Notch is a few slow miles that deliver more drama than most full-day scenic drives. Route 108 threads between house-sized boulders under cliffs that stay cool even on July afternoons. The road pinches to one lane in places, and tight hairpins mean you'll be creeping anyway. Use it to your advantage and film the rock walls from the passenger window. This pass is seasonal. It closes to through traffic in winter, and it's never a route for big vehicles. If your trip is shoulder season, check status the morning you go. Dinner works best back in the village so you're not winding the mountain after dark. Stowe runs on easy staples done well. Wood-fired pizzas, burgers, salads you can share. If the weather holds, sit outside and face the rec path side streets. Music drifts from patios most nights in summer. If you picked up cans earlier, keep them cold for the cabin. Public drinking rules are enforced in town. Before you call it, line up tomorrow. It's a different rhythm. Village greens, a deep glacial gorge, and a baking campus where you can watch dough turn into loaves. If you want a head start, book any classes now and check the park hours for the gorge. Both fill fast on weekends when foliage is close. Day 3, Woodstock, Quechee, and Norwich. Start early and head for Woodstock. The village looks made for slow camera moves. White church steeple, green ringed by maples, brick storefronts with hanging signs, and the Quechee sliding past. Park once near the center and walk everything. Cross the middle covered bridge and let the river fill your frame. It's a town lattice span rebuilt in 1969, pulled across the river by a team of oxen as a nod to how these bridges were placed a century earlier. Step back to the green for a few minutes of street sound. Clatter from the general store door, dogs crossing to the bakery, cyclists rolling toward the back roads. If you want a short warm-up walk, the Riverside Path from East End Park follows grass and packed earth beside the Quechee with easy access points down to the stones. It's flat, family-friendly, and a simple way to stack early B-roll before the day fills. By late morning, continue east on Route 4 to Quechee Gorge. Pull into the state park lot first, then walk up to the highway bridge for the high view. The drop is about 165 feet to the river below, a glacial cut that stays cool even on hot days. After the bridge shot, take the footpath down through pine and birch to the water. The hike is short and easy. Allow half an hour down and back with time at the bottom to shoot the river sliding past the boulders. If flows are high from recent rain, keep distance from the edge. Currents pinch through the narrows and move faster than they look. Cell service dips here. Pin your car before you drop into the trees and carry water. On hot weekends, the base can get busy by noon, so reversing the order. Trail first, bridge second, keeps your frames clear. A few minutes away, the Simon Pierce Mill sits over the falls on Quechee Main Street. Inside, glassblowers work in view of the public, furnaces glowing as they spin, blow, and finish pieces on the bench. You can stand a few feet away, watch a tumbler take shape, and film the whole sequence in one pass. Heat haze, steel tools, wet newspaper folds, and the cooling oven door closing. The restaurant upstairs looks over the dam. Lunch here is as much about the setting as the food. If you're moving fast, duck into the retail floor for a quick sweep, then step outside to shoot the river from the footbridge. Spray hangs over the lip of the falls on warm days, and it reads, "Well on camera." After lunch, drive south along quiet back roads toward Norwich. The pace shifts again at the edge of town where the King Arthur Baking Campus spreads out. Cafe, bakery, store, and the teaching kitchens. It's a clean, modern space built for watching people work. If you arrive before the afternoon rush, the cafe line moves quickly and there's room along the glass to film bakers shaping loaves and trays sliding into the deck ovens. The store is worth a lap even if you're not a home baker. Shelves are stacked with flowers, tools, and mixes you won't see in a regular supermarket. And the displays are camera ready. Classes run most weeks. If you booked ahead, this is where you'll spend a couple of hours learning dough by feel and leaving with something warm in a paper bag. If not, grab coffee and a pastry. Take a breather at the outdoor tables and use the time to set tomorrow's plan. As you circle back toward Woodstock, add a quick stop at the Quechee-covered bridge for a side angle on the river, or swing past the farm fields between the village and the national park entrance for late day light on stacked hay bales and fence lines. Dinner works best close to your bed, so you're not on dark back roads. Woodstock and Quechee both have small dining rooms that fill quickly. Aim for an earlier table and give yourself time afterward to walk the green while the streetlights come on. If you're staying near Norwich, the Upper Valley side offers easy options by the river, with parking right out front and short walks back to the car. You'll end the day with your cards full of 3 different looks: a classic Vermont village, a deep river cut with moving water close enough to hear, and a working food campus where you can watch dough turn into bread. It's a different kind of variety than the mountains offered. Closer, more tactile, fewer panoramas, and more texture. Day 4. Choose your adventure. The final day splits 2 ways. One keeps you on Route 100 in the Mad River Valley for swimming holes, steep mountain passes, and a small town tap room that locals swear by. The other points northeast to a lake that looks like a fjord, a ridge walk with cliff edge views, and a hilltop brewery at the end of a dirt road. Pick one and give it the whole day. Both deserve your full attention. If you choose the Mad River Valley, start easy in Waitsfield with coffee on Bridge Street and a quick look at the covered bridge over the Mad River. Drive south toward Warren and watch for the pull-off to Warren Falls. On warm days, the water is emerald and clear, carved into bowls and chutes by spring melt. People do jump here, but the safe move is a slow scout first. Check depth, current, and landings, and skip it entirely after a heavy rain. You'll still get the shot from the rocks, and a swim in a calm pool reads just as well on camera. Keep footwear on. Wet schist gets slick. And carry a towel. There are no changing rooms or lifeguards. Late morning, climb toward Lincoln Gap. The town road is seasonal and narrow, with grades that demand low gear and patience. The east side is the steep legend in cycling circles, with a long stretch that stays around 15% and short pitches that spike higher, so take it slow and let faster cars pass at the pullouts. Near the height of land, the woods open just enough for a look back over the valley, and you'll feel the air cool a few degrees. If you're traveling outside summer and early fall, check status that morning. This pass closes in winter and after early storms. Drop in the same way you came if time is tight, or make a loop using Route 116 and Route 17 over Appalachian Gap for wider views and a different feel on the wheel. Back in the valley, reset at Lawson's finest liquids in Waitsfield. The tap room runs on simple counter service and a big room that fills with trail runners, riders, and families by late afternoon. If you don't drink, it still works as a lunch stop. The operation is dialed in, the staff is quick, and there's space outside to sit. From here, you've got a choice for golden hour. Drive East Warren or Bragg Hill Road for west-facing overlooks across the farms toward Sugarbush, loose gravel in places, steady grades and pull-offs that put hay bales and fence lines in the foreground, or point to Lincoln Peak at Sugarbush and ride the lift if it's running. Early evening on the deck gives you a clean horizon and a quick way back down before dark. If you choose the Northeast Kingdom, leave early and aim the car for Lake Willoughby. The road tightens as you approach Westmore, and the water appears between Mount Pisgah and Mount Hoare, two long walls of rock that drop straight to the shore. Park at the South Beach lot to walk the sand and frame the first shots. The lake is deep, over 300 feet in places, and famously clear. Even from the beach, you'll see the color change from light teal to dark blue in a few steps. When you're ready to climb, take the Mount Pisgah South Trail. It's a steady ascent with switchbacks and several signed lookouts near the top. Stay behind the railings, the cliffs are sheer, and the wind pushes harder than you expect at the ledges. On a clear day, you can see the full length of the lake and the patchwork of fields beyond, a wide, simple composition that looks good even without filters. Bring water and a layer. The summit woods are cool even in August. Return to the car and wander back roads toward Greensboro over rolling hills and dairy farms. Expect hard-packed dirt. That's fine when dry. Hill Farmstead sits on a knoll with long views. Park, check the board, order, and take a table outside. It's quiet, unhurried, and photogenic. There are non-alcoholic options and snacks. With open ground all around, golden hour lingers. Both routes work best when you plan for their weak spots. The valley gets weekend traffic at the swimming holes. If the lot is full, keep moving and come back at dinner or early the next morning. Warren Falls is at its best when water is low and the sun is high enough to light the pools. After rain, the river turns fast and brown. Go elsewhere. Lincoln Gap rewards patience. There's no prize for rushing a steep, narrow pass. In the Northeast Kingdom, cell service thins on the hike and on the dirt roads. Download offline maps and mark your turns while you're still in Westmore or St. Johnsbury. Willoughby trails are well used, but still feel wild. Keep dogs leashed near the lookouts and turn around before you're tired. The descent on loose leaves and roots is what tests ankles. At the brewery, weekdays are quiet. Saturdays are not. If you want a table with an open view, arrive mid-afternoon and linger. Eat where it's easy. In the valley, the Warren store serves good sandwiches and hot coffee all day. And there are picnic tables by the river if you need a quick turnaround between the falls and the gap. In Waitsfield, you'll find food trucks or simple counter service near the tap room. In the Kingdom, pack a picnic for Willoughby or swing through a small town grocer in Barton or Hardwick. Options get thin on purpose the closer you get to dirt roads and open pasture. End the day without a rush. In the valley, pull over high above the farms and let the light run out on the spine of the greens. In the Kingdom, stand at the South Beach again and watch the last color slide down the cliffs. Vermont rewards a slow finish. That's 4 days. You've covered a lot without crossing the whole state. Pack the camera, back up the cards, and keep your notes. That fall return or winter version practically writes itself once you've seen how the days fit together.